It's my privilege to introduce our chief guest, Dr. V.K. Saraswat ji. Dr. V.K. Saraswat retired as Secretary DRDO after more than 4 decades of government service. He is ME from IIT Bangalore and PhD from Osmania University, and a gifted scientist with vast experience in defense research in both basic and applied sciences. During his illustrious career, Dr. Saraswat has been credited with indigenous development of missiles, namely Prithvi, Dhanush, Prahar and Agni 5. Development of two-tiered ballistic missile defense system, initial operational clearance of light combat aircraft Tejas and nuclear submarine INS Arihant. As Secretary DRDO, Dr. Saraswat played a pivotal role in the establishment of the command, control, communication, storage, transportation and deployment infrastructure for strategic nuclear assets to support the nuclear doctrine. He was also instrumental in the flight evaluation of long-range subsonic cruise missiles, long-range radars for tracking incoming ballistic missiles, command, control and communication network, command centers with decision support system for defense of NCR region against enemies basic ballistic missiles threat. He was also instrumental in establishment of Cyber Security Research and Development Center for developing offensive and defensive technologies for cyber security. As Homi Bhabha, Chair Professor and Consultant to IOCL R&D, he evolved a roadmap for development of alternate energy systems with clean coal technologies, high efficiency concentrated solar power systems, bioenergy and hydrogen-based economy. Presently, he is Chairman of Research Advisory Council of IOCL and R&D. As Chairman of NTPC R&D Advisory Council, he played an important role to develop a doctrine for alternate energy technology development and also with a focus on clean coal technologies such as integrated gasification and combined cycle system, advanced ultra super critical thermal power plant to work on efficiencies better than 40% and highly reduced greenhouse emissions. Initiated a program for development of silicon photonics technology by setting up Photonics Valley Corporation at Telangana government of Telangana state with an initiative in collaboration with Photonics Inc. USA. This will be a game changer for the next generation of networks like 5G and supercomputers. He also evolved a concept document for setting up Indian Railway Research Initiative for Indian Railway that would propel indigenous designs and manufacturing in forthcoming programs like high-speed rail systems and dedicated freight corridor and usher a new era of R&D in railways. As member of Niti Aayog, he initiated a program to develop methanol economy for transportation, energy generation and production of chemicals, fertilizers, etc. Production agencies, academic institutions and petro refineries have been brought on the common platform to leapfrog in methanol economy. He is a recipient of many awards and accolades, and most notable among them being the Padam Shri in 1998, Padam Bhushan in 2013, and he has been conferred honorary doctorate by more than 25 universities, and latest among them being Jamia Hamdard in 2018. I request Dr. Saraswat ji to enlighten us with his words of wisdom.
Namaskar, good afternoon. On this happy occasion of Convocation of Indian Institute of Technology, BHU, I greet Dr. Kota Harinarayan, our Honorable Chairman of the Board of Governors, Professor Pramod Kumar Jain, Director and Chairman, Senate, Professor S.B. Dwivedi, Dean of Academic Affairs, Shri Rajan Srivastav, Registrar, Deans, faculty and staff members, proud parents, and my dear students. I'm really delighted to deliver the convocation address. I understand it's the 11th convocation. At the onset, I would like to congratulate all the students of the Indian Institute of Science, Indian Institute of Technology, BHU, on their accomplishments of acquiring knowledge, resulting into award of degrees. My greetings to the great teachers who worked very hard in shaping these young minds. I also greet all the parents who inspired their children towards studies and provided them the resource and the environment for growth. Today, you join a large and prominent group of alumni of one of India's most distinguished universities, an institution that is known around the world as a leader in science and technology. It is my great honor to take part in this annual convocation of this distinguished institution. Dear young graduates, the world you are entering as a graduate today has changed and continues to change at an incredibly rapid pace. The 21st century landscape is very much a global world driven by data economy. Over the last several decades, the industrial age has given way to the information age and knowledge age. And that change has connected the world across borders of all kinds. Knowledge and information are the common languages that connect us across disciplines and industries and across national borders and cultural boundaries. At the same time, this globally networked world has led to an explosion of information, one that is expanding exponentially all the time. This comes with great challenges as well as tremendous opportunities for you as the future leaders of business, industry, and academy. The knowledge you have gained, the opportunities that options that you have affords you the freedom to choose your area of interest. That is the kind of a choice many of your previous generations did not have. You are now empowered by knowledge, now have to fortify it with your personal qualities like honesty, hard work, sincerity, and integrity, and to top it all with a sense of pride to serve the nation. I'm quite confident that you will have the most rewarding experience in the years to come. Friends, knowledge is the foundation on which India needs to build and grow. Who else could help India if not you young engineers with right qualification? Here I would like to quote our former President, Dr. Radhakrishnan. He said, "A life of joy and happiness is possible only on the basis of science and technology. The end product of education should be a free and creative man and women." I would like to share with you our thoughts on how India has shaped over the last 75 years. We are now in the Amrit Kal. So it is important for us to look at how did we actually perform. Since independence, India's rise has been with science and technology, which began with Jawaharlal Nehru's vision of social transformation through public investment in this sector. Our country has produced great visionaries and leaders who shaped the destiny of this nation post-independence. The vision of our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, gave birth to modern India through S&T. He strongly believed that it is only S&T that can bring prosperity in our country and alleviate hunger and poverty. Homi Bhabha, you might have heard his name, who pioneered nuclear energy program and created world-class institutions like TIFR, BARC, IGCAR, and so on. Alongside, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai laid the foundation for a space research and created ISRO, which has blossomed into a competitive and world-class organization, leading to the launch of large number of satellites, journey to the moon and Mars, and the latest one where they launched 104 satellites in a single launch. Dr. Ms Swaminathan, the father of Green Revolution, gave self-sufficiency in food production and provided food security to an ever-increasing population. Dr. Kurian, the vanguard of White Revolution, enabled India to be reckoned as the largest producer of milk and dairy products. Dr. Kalam, the proponent of a developed India, provided strategic security to our country by developing and producing number of missiles despite missile technology control regimes. India has achieved several milestones during country's scientific journey by tracking the remarkable progress made in wide spectrum of disciplines from space research and missile technology to computing and oceanography. Friends, all this could be achieved because during the last 75 years, our focus was in creating an ecosystem for science and technology by setting up world-class institutions like BRC, TIFR, CSIR Labs, ICAR, ICMR, DRDO, ISRO, IITs like yours, NITs, IIMs, industrial units for steel production, energy, textiles, pharmaceuticals, defense equipment, consumer goods in public and private sector. All that has brought India into the league of developing nation with its GDP growing every year around 6 to 8%, except for the year 2020. World is looking at us with hope and willing to invest through foreign direct investment in different programs. There is a wondrous opportunity with 450 million young dynamic people surging with energy to transform India into a developed nation. As India begins its march towards its centenary, we should look at what are the challenges for the next 25 years. Humanity today finds itself in a very unknown predicament of climate change, which is causing unsustainable and irresponsible ravaging of the resources of this planet. Last year has been unprecedented number of droughts and floods. The fields of science, technology, and engineering are going to play a vital role in finding the solutions to these problems. In recent years, the growth in the domains of material science, nanotechnology, data science and analytics, and artificial intelligence has been quite remarkable. Harnessing the power of these fields can help us overcome the problems that we face today. The recent world events have shown that in the new and emerging world order, true power is not in the hands of nation that has vast natural resources or a strength of arms, but it is in the hands of the nation that has got the state-of-the-art technology. We need to look at some of the sectors for transformation. One among them is healthcare. We need to digitize healthcare. We need to sync healthcare services with automation. We need to develop low-cost biomedical instrumentation like robotic arms to reduce cost of providing healthcare. We have to align the industry with Industry 4.0. I'm sure many of you must be studying in your curriculum now the nuances of Industry 4.0. The new industrial revolution is afoot. India has to align its industries to the new technologies like automated manufacturing, advanced robotics, and artificial intelligence. Urban mobility is another sector which is going to make a major difference. Indian science has to come up with solutions of affordable mass urban mobility that eases commuting, reduces pollution and traffic congestion. Climate change and mitigation. Dr. Kota mentioned about it. With climate change events occurring rapidly and having disastrous impacts, scientists have to focus on mitigation and management of these events. And we have to go back to villages. Dr. Kalam used to say, Pura, that is provisioning of urban utilities and facilities for the villages. I think we need to use technology solutions to improve our rural life and livelihood. There are more than 25 technology trends which will define the next decade. I'm sure in your curriculum today, many of them have already figured, like artificial intelligence, cloud computing, digital twins, cyber security, 5G technologies, quantum computing, blockchain, natural language processing, and so on. Many, you know the names, I won't repeat them. One among them is artificial intelligence, which is actually changing the face of the entire decision-making process. It is a huge benefit to society because it enhances our efficiency and throughput, while creating new opportunities for revenue generation, cost saving, and job creation. Humans are not best served by doing tedious tasks. Machines can do that. So this is where AI can provide true benefit. This allows us to do more interpersonal and creative aspects of work. We all see headlines. I'm sure many of you must have been discussing that also. What is that? Robots and AI will destroy jobs. This is fiction rather than fact. AI encourages a gradual evolution in the job market, which with the right preparation, that is reskilling and upskilling, will be positive. People will still work, but they will work better with the help of AI. I'm sure your institution is already working in that direction, providing you courses for skilling in AI, data mining, data processing, and so on. The unparalleled combination of human and machine will become the new normal in the workforce of the future. I want to just talk to you about innovation. Our Honorable Prime Minister has been giving major emphasis on innovation. India's contribution in the field of innovation has been remarkable. Indian mathematician Bhaskaracharya is considered as the greatest mathematician of the medieval India. He was born in the 12th century and lived in the Sahyadri region of Maharashtra. It was he who first accurately calculated the time taken for the Earth to orbit the Sun, which is 365.2588 days. Again, Indians gave the world the concept of zero. We gave the world yoga. We gave the world Ayurveda. At one point of time, we were leaders in many spheres of life. No wonder Albert Einstein, one of the greatest scientists of all time, philosopher and mathematician, said, to quote, "We owe a lot to Indians who taught us how to count, without which no worthwhile scientific discovery would have been possible." It is through innovation, research and development that we can bring positive transformation in society and address many of the problems, including poverty, disease, and unemployment and hunger. You as graduates of this university have the responsibility for ushering in societal transformation using the knowledge of science, social science, humanities, law, and other subjects which you have acquired. As part of the innovation, the most important link is design thinking. To meet the challenges of the 21st century innovation wave, which is the sixth wave which is traveling today, we have to build expertise in the fundamental science like maths, physics, green chemistry, biological science to establish base and foundation to support the development of future advanced technologies like nanotechnologies. We have to create a culture and mindset. What is that? Design, simulate, build, test, evaluate, and validate in engineering education. Present approach to give up after the design is seen on the computer screen using imported design and simulation tools is not good for innovation. Engineers have to go from drawing boards to test and evaluate and iterate the process till an efficient and optimum solution is evolved and ready to go to the market. We should reinforce the concept. In fact, that's a very important concept which all of you should follow. What is that? If you can't build it, you cannot use it or sell it. We have to introduce and develop project management skills and awareness of business practices, including costs and budgets. This will help developing entrepreneurs and innovation champions in the society. The philosophy of young people of the nation must comprise design thinking and innovation design. Design is a continuous process of innovation that develops gradually, not abruptly. I don't know how many of you have in your course of education or while interacting with your teachers have realized that one of the biggest weaknesses of our country is our design capability. Unfortunately, we have been borrowing the designs from the foreign countries and manufacturing products and unable to design our own products. That's why design thinking is an active process that strives for continuous reinvention and consistently challenging the existing things in a way ahead to ongoing evolution. We need to think creatively in daily life, not only in technocratic traditions, but also in terms of enhancing the daily lives of people. Design thinking cannot be divorced from the life in the real world. It is at the core of effective strategy development and organizational change. Design can be applied to products, services, processes, physical locations, anything that needs to be optimized for human interaction. You can design the way you lead, manage, create, and innovate. Another area which was touched again by Dr. Kota Harinayan is sustainability. It is an important element of the innovation ecosystem. Our focus should shift to minimizing use of energy, material, and wastage using green and sustainable manufacturing processes. We should shift to circularizing the economy through repair, reuse, reduce, remanufacture, recycle, recover processes. In other words, we have to change the trajectory of our R&D from purely generation of knowledge to generation of value. Innovation without value addition is useless. Synchronizing the efforts of academia, national laboratories, and industries would be the most essential in this ecosystem for innovation. Only when this symphony is played, nation will sing the songs of growth and happiness, and this world will recognize us as a great nation. Youth has to participate in the transformation of India. With 356 million 10 to 24-year-old, India is having the highest population of youth. And this is going to grow further. This is India's demographic dividend. India can become the human resource capital of the world. As our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Modi ji says, to quote, the government is trying to make a new India with the dream and participation of youth. The potential of this youth brigade can be realized if every segment contributes in his or her capacity to the fullest. Youth as a responsible Indian citizen should be seen as a civil servant, manager, academician, sportsperson, entrepreneurs, or politicians. Youth of this nation have a Herculean task of not only transitioning this country into a technology hub, but to accomplish this feat in a sustainable manner. This task will take immense patience and diligence, but I have full faith in the youth of today that they will stand up to this task, unquote. So youth has to emerge as a transformational leader in India's journey to become a developed nation. As the youth of our country, you are the inheritors of a glorious civilization and future stewards of our nation. Each one of you have to play an important role in our progress. If the targets of eradication of poverty, health for all, education for all, power for all, higher living standards are to be achieved, it is our youth who must rise to the challenges. Strive hard not only to achieve your goals, but also to make this country better from all aspects. Today, the kind of confidence I see in you people, the kind of enthusiasm that I see on your faces, that is assuring to me that we have been moving in the right direction. Dear young friends, now it is time for all of you to work toward fulfill your dreams. I am confident that the students who have earned their degrees today will take part in nation building of this great country in a meaningful way. You are blessed to be entering an increasingly risk-friendly world. I would advise you to take full advantage of this. Today you have the leisure to take the right risk and be creative in your careers. Always remember that no matter the age, you must never stop being a student. It is an inquisitive mind that is true mark of intelligence. In the early years of your career, you should take on the roles that put you outside of your comfort zone. Try to interact with as many new people from various domains as you can. This will encourage you to visualize situations from different angles. I would like to give you an approach for becoming a transformation leader. And this is based upon my own experience. There are about few principles which I have practiced, and I would request you to look at them. One of them is ethics in conflict management and for progress in career is very important. Faith in teams and the organizations. Build capabilities and capacity to be talented, sublime leader and not an arrogant leader. Challenge yourself till you achieve the desired results. Provide equal opportunity to equal merit and enhance worth of your colleagues and the organization for which you work. Every work is important, and thus do not trivialize details of the work or level of duty. Success lies in comprehensive detailing and implementation. Be strong in your knowledge, but be humble in learning from colleagues, especially in complementary disciplines and domain knowledge. Occupy a position, this is important. Occupy a position below your capacity and capability. This shall bring appreciation and more satisfaction as compared to occupying a level higher than your merit and capacity. Generosity is a virtue and practice it in liberal measure. Envy is a poison, avoid it at all costs. Aim to be number one in everything you do. Have an Olympian sports spirit of competing. Discipline, good health, competence, and character are your best assets and friends throughout the life. Buddha a prince, philosopher, saint, and teacher, mentored the professionals in an excellent manner with his advice. To quote, "What we are, what we think we are. All that we are arises from our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world." Unquote. Dear friends, belief is one of the most powerful tools behind the success of any person, may it be personal or professional. I cannot resist myself but to quote Swami Vivekananda, "All power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that. Do not believe that you are weak. You do not believe that you are half crazy lunatics, as most of us do these days. Stand up and express the divinity in you." He also said, to quote, "This life is short. The variety in the world is transient. They alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive." So friends, let us all live for growth of our nation and welfare of our countrymen. To conclude, I would say, I congratulate you once again and wish each and every one of you a very prosperous, rewarding life ahead. I wish that you have a very fulfilling career, but more importantly, I wish that you become model citizens of this country. May God bless you all. Jai Hind. Namaskar.